Should we have an intro?
This is our podcast intro.
Are you ready?
Hold on. Why is it? Okay.
I'm gonna put that in the chat together.
All
right, you ready? Hold on.
It's because it got stuck, because it got melted and then it re-hardened, I guess.
So you rip it out with your teeth?
No, I was holding it with my teeth and ripping out with my fingers. Duh.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. This is the HTS Podcast. I'm Oscar.
Hi.
This is my sister, Sofia. We just tell stories and talk about our lives and everything here. So thank you for joining us. So I've been watching Avatar again, all the way back through,
The original or the new one?
Yes. No, why would I watch the fucking stupid new one?
I want to watch the new ones, but I hear they're trash. And I got through half of the first episode and I was like, But then my friend was like, yeah, it was a little sus in the beginning, but pushed through it the first couple, and then it's not as bad. And I'm like, is it not as bad or is it good? You know what I mean?
But I've heard mixed reviews, but I just know it's just not gonna be good. You know what I mean? I have zero faith
in your heart
in it living up to the anime. You know what I mean? There's just no way. People are too fucking stupid. Everybody that makes the live action and all this type of stuff, I don't know why they don't understand that they already have all the answers. The only thing they need to do is make it with real people. That's it. You know what I mean? Stop changing the storyline, stop changing the characters, stop changing the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like
you're fucking it all up.
I get the whole you want your creative differences or whatever, but I feel with something so big like Avatar, and it has this and especially after the movie, the only way for it to have succeeded was for it to be you know?
Yeah, you don't have to use the same script. You know what I mean? But even just the simple stuff. I saw the picture of the girl that plays Suki, and the makeup, it goes over the top of her eyelid and then on the eyebrow, and then in the fucking cartoon, from the top of her eyebrow it just goes flat across, and then from her eyelid it's angled up like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sharp. And then the girl in the live action, it's from inside her eye, it goes up and then all up on her face like this, and then all of that, and this whole section is all red. It looks stupid. It's what are you doing?
Yeah,
it was right there. It's so easy.
You haven't seen it yet, and you're still mad about it. No,
I've watched the shit out of the trailers, and I've analyzed the pictures and stuff. I'm look at her stupid hair, or look at this, or blah blah blah.
Let me tell you something that'll probably, you'll be ready?
No.
Do you remember the episode where Katara stole the water scroll from the pirates?
The pirates.
She didn't steal it in the live action. Her grandma gave it to her, and that's how she gets the water scroll, and that's how she starts learning. Yeah, see?
Why would she give it to her after she meets Aang, as if she wasn't a waterbender before that?
Well, I couldn't
use it before that. You know what I mean?
I don't know when she gives it to her, but she's given it.
Stupid ass grand. Anyways, I was watching it yesterday, right, in the living room. I was watching it yesterday in the living room, and then Josh and Mari got back, or they got here, and then they were actually hanging out in the kitchen and talking to me and stuff. And it was weird because they usually just hang out amongst themselves, and so they were talking to me, and I was I kept having to pause and rewind and stuff because I was I'm watching this for real, you know what I mean?
I actually want to enjoy this.
Yeah, but then they were talking about Legend of Korra and is it good? And Josh was Mari was the second season's ass, and then Josh was that's my favorite, and she was you haven't seen it and all this and whatever, right?
Wait.
And then eventually,
what show? That part kind
Legend of Korra.
Oh.
And then these fucking guys, Josh started asking me, he was which one do you think you would be, Oscar? Or which element? And I was well, there's I think there's two ways to approach that. There's which one do you like and do you want? And then there's which one do you, as far as you know, kind of suits you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the different kind of philosophies or approaches to the bending different elements, which one of those more aligns with you? You know what I mean? Like where Aang is really struggling with the earth bending because he's not very, stubborn and straightforward and hard headed. He's the whole different angle and this and that and all the whole things. And so we were kind of talking about that. And then Josh was like, I think I would be earth. And like I didn't even get around to saying I think I would be fire. Because these motherfuckers just started roasting me.
You'd be fire.
Is that what you're saying, or
that's what they
is that your opinion, or are you saying it because I said
No. I'm imitating what I think like that. What happened next in the conversation? Because they started roasting.
Oh no. So
you're
look, nah. Josh was saying that he thinks he'd be Earth, and then Mari was like, I think Oscar would be Earth, and Josh was like, why? And she was like, because he's like closer to the ground. Because I'm shorter than Josh, right? And then I was like, Mari, you're a lot fucking closer than I am, because she's fucking tiny. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. We're like, that doesn't matter. Whatever. Mm-hmm. And then Josh was like, I think you're more like Sokka. And then I was like, fuck you, Josh.
Non-bender. Yeah.
He was like, what? And I was like, fuck you, I'm not like Sokka, fucking non-bending loser ass. I was like, I just saw the episode where he works with Piandao because he's all fucking bummed out because he's not a bender, and then he learns how to use the sword and all this. And he was like, but you're more like the Sokka personality type. And literally within 30 seconds was the scene where Aang is fucking sparring with Toph and Katara, and Sokka runs out yelling sneak attack.
Yeah, sneak attack, and he's just like, pump.
And I started laughing. I was like, fuck this guy. Because here's the thing. I am the type to do that, but I'm the type to do it on purpose, knowing that I'm not supposed to say it.
No. Oh, you know what? The more you're
but hold on.
The
more
then
I kept watching. I kept watching, right? And then there was the scene where he gets the messenger hawk, and then he's like, we're gonna write a letter to Katara and say it's from Toph, and then she sends it and she all yells at him and everything. I'm like,
Toph is blind.
That's something I would do. Like,
and people think you're dumb, but then you would plan the invasion plan, and like they're like, oh wow, he's not dumb. You are Sokka.
Like, I kept watching it, and there was so many ways where I was Sokka, and I was like, what the fuck? I don't like this. I don't want to be Sokka. I think now I'm way more of a Sokka in certain ways. But I think in my teenage years, I related to Zuko way more, where I was like mad at everything, and I was like, thought everything was against me and shit. You know what I mean?
Just a little emo teenage boy.
Yeah, bro, for real. I think I was way more emo than I realized. Cause like, there's certain like music I'll listen to and stuff where I'm like, this is great fucking music, and it's like kind of the first time, but it's way more emo, like rock and shit. And I'm like, how do people not like this? Or like, I'll listen to old songs that I used to like, and they're super emo, and they're like, how they're just like whining and bitching about everything, and I'm like, and then like, I don't get super emo as far as like how I do my hair, like how I dress and stuff, but like, just small things where like I would always, even if like all other things not considered, I prefer to be in like a sweater with my hood on. Like I feel like I look like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that, like small things like that where it's like I think I'm way more emo than I realized. Or like again, like I've seen other episodes with like Zuko and stuff where he's all fucking bitching and moaning about whatever, and I'm like, yeah, that feels familiar. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, Josh says I'm Sokka. I don't like it.
You know what? I didn't like at first when he said Sokka. I laughed.
Get way too few bitches to be Sokka, bro.
Dude, that's so funny. No, I think you are Sokka, minus the bitches. But like, yeah. Nah. I think character-wise, yes. Element-wise, I don't know. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm like any of the characters, honestly. Like, I don't particularly be like, oh yeah, that's me, you know? But I feel like if I was an element, okay. If I was an element, what element do you think that I would get? And you can't say non.
I'm trying to think about it. Actually,
because I have one in my mind, and I have reasons. Well, a reason. No, reasons. You may present your case now.
Let me see. Let me think of the main kind of characterizing factors of each. So, Earth is way more like hard-headed and like, kind of like it is what it is, and that's what it is, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you're that. And then fire is way more kind of out of control, and like not out of control, but I think the characterizing factor is control in the breath and in everything, and in not letting it get away from you, right? And then air is all freedom and this and that and detachment and kind of evasive and everything. So I would think you're actually more water than anything.
That's what I thought too. Because I'm like water, like kind of like a go with the flow type of thing, and like just like very like loose and liquidy. And I feel like I'm that. Like I feel like I can adapt easily, and like in like different like places. How do I say this? Like I can adapt easily, right? And also with like people too. Like if this is like a personality, like A type of person,
You're a snake.
A little bit. And then personality B, I could like also be that. You know what I mean? But I feel like I could, you know?
Well, you remember when Iroh was teaching Zuko about redirecting lightning and everything? He breaks down each of the elements. And he says water is the element of change. And he says the people of the water tribe are blah, 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 and they can adapt to anything.
Wait. When I was doing the stupid lightning shit, I hit my thing. And it broke. Ah! And now everyone knows it's fake flowers.
That sucks.
Okay, but anyway, sorry. The elements.
I don't remember what he says for earth and fire, but he says air is the element of freedom, right? So it's freedom, I think, is the biggest way to approach it as far as everything, as far as your thinking, as far as your attachments, as far as your lifestyle, as far as this. Change, right? And then it's found in the bending itself, where it goes the change from defensive to offensive, and it's like much more smooth in its transition and everything. And then earth is more like, I don't remember what he says, what the word is, but it's about being strong and fucking like steady and solid and like immovable kind of thing.
I'm too indecisive to be earth.
Yeah. I still watched like 4 more episodes after that conversation with Josh and everything. And all the stupid shit Sokka was doing, I was like,
I feel like if you were an element, I feel like you'd be earth. Not because you're short. Just because
I think earth. I feel like you could be second.
Decisive.
Yeah.
I feel like you're decisive and like stubborn. Yeah. And like very grounded.
I think I'm trying to think of the episode where Toph is teaching him and stuff, where she's like, there is no different angle, there is no trick, there is no fucking nothing. You just have to do it. You have to do it this way, and you have to do it right. Right? And with that line of thinking, I don't think that's where I default. I don't think that's my first and initial opinion on things, but I still very much am okay with that. You know what I mean? Like,
you haven't tried to teach yourself the Rubik's Cube. So that's what happened when you tried to teach me the Rubik's Cube. But whatever.
That's not who I am, I think, by default or at my core. But I very much am okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, because then there's like Aang where it's like, well, why not try a different angle? And that's his natural like line of thinking. You know what I mean? Where he doesn't understand the value of it.
I feel like air would be my second. Like I feel like it's water then air.
Yeah.
I literally want to be like a nomad. Like, I just want to. I feel like that'd be so cool if it wasn't dangerous. But anyways, but what do you think that you are? Because you said that would be your second on the list.
I had said fire.
Oh, that's right. You did say fire. Yeah. I feel like if Zuko and Sokka had a baby, it'd be you. So, we watched a movie yesterday, right? We went to the movies and we saw Impeccable. Mom yelled. Could you hear her? She yelled from the office. She was like, immaculate. Well, that actually kind of goes towards what I was saying. The movie's immaculate, right? And it starts off like with Sydney Sweeney. She's at Foreign Affairs because she's American and she went to Italy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. It wasn't Foreign Affairs, it was Customs. But yeah. And that's what the topic is. I just I'll say words that are close enough to where you can are you talking about this? But I always switch them. I just switch them. So I was trying to explain to Mom the beginning of the movie, and I was like, oh, they were at Foreign Affairs, and Bagaska was like, it's Customs.
What?
And I was like, oh, sounds the same to me. But anyways, I thought that you would be like, oh my god, yeah, you do that all the time, and it's annoying. Yeah.
Well, you don't normally switch out entire terms, but yeah, Sofia, I don't know what's wrong with her. She'll always switch it. She'll if it's two words and they go paired, she always switches them, right? So my favorite one is chicken parmesan. She always calls it Parmesan chicken.
It's not Parmesan chicken? I thought you were saying chicken Parmesan to fuck with me.
No. And she makes an argument. She makes yeah. Shut up. She makes an argument for the phrasing in English, right? She's like, Parmesan chicken makes more sense, right? Like orange chicken, like barbecue chicken, like fried chicken, right? She's never given any of those examples. Chicken. She's just tried to get the concept across to me, but I'm smart enough to give examples because she's never given those examples. But that's the argument she's made, that it makes more sense to phrase it that way, right? Here's the thing that she doesn't understand that I've tried to explain to her. Chicken Parmesan, the term comes from the Italian fucking version of it, where it's technically different words, but those are the chicken and Parmesan are the words that they translate to, but the term itself, the dish, the title of the meal comes from that. So it's like Spanish, where the phrasing is reversed from English. You know what I mean? If you were to say black shirt in Spanish, you would switch the words, where you would say a shirt that is black. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
And so it's that, where the term, the name of the meal comes from Italian or whatever fucking language it is. It's a Latin-based language. And so the phrasing is separate, but the term itself is adapted just straight away like that into English. And that's the thing about English. A lot of words come from other languages. It's not a translated version of the word. It's that fucking word. And then we say it in an American accent. And then now it's a word in English. You know what I mean? So that's why it breaks the rules, because we kind of take the original rules from that and just throw it straight into here. So there's words like, I'm trying to think of some. The only one that's coming to mind is protege, which is name another word in English where T-E-G-E is tege. There isn't one. You know what I mean? You don't find that often because that word is taken from another language straight out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think even technically the E has an accent or some shit. I'm trying to think of it. There's other better examples, or deja vu, right? Those are the only words where J sounds like J in English, because it's not a fucking English term. It's taken straight out of that language, and we just use it like that. We pronounce it wrong, but we didn't translate it over.
GIF or GIF.
GIF makes sense to me, but I've always
Jif.
heard that it's GIF.
It's GIF.
Yeah.
And anyone who says
People
it's
always
not
say that
GIF,
it's GIF. Like, I've never heard anyone claim that it's technically GIF. But GIF makes more sense to me. Like, I don't know why it's GIF.
No.
That's stupid.
Giraffe, GIF, like...
Great. Gift.
Fuck those words.
Gift
those
with a fucking
like
T. Gift.
Not even right words. What are you talking about?
You know what I mean?
The T makes all the difference. There's no T.
It does. In English.
In
English, yeah, it does make all the difference. But anyways, so here's the point. Sofia always says shit backwards. She doesn't understand chicken parmesan is chicken parmesan. That it's not about, getting the concept across. That's the title of the meal. You know what I mean? With titles and names,
the
rules kind of are flexible. Hold on. Let me give more examples. I like them. She says like chicken parmesan, right? But she also says like breast chicken instead of chicken breast. And she'll say shit like that. Like if I was cooking, she'd be like, "Oh, you're cooking?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "What are you making? Breast chicken?" And I would laugh my ass off. So it's been a thing where like there's a bunch of things like that she consistently flips around. And then every now and then we'll come around to them and I'm like,
which one is it?
And she's like,
it's just, listen, it's so
and then she says it and then she always gets it wrong.
Listen, so funny. Listen. It's because I'll think about it, right? Think about it. And I'm like, okay, last time I think I said this. And I'll think like, I'll said chicken parmesan and that one was wrong. Because that sounds wrong in my head. So I was like, that's the wrong one. So say the other one. And then I say parmesan chicken. And it like every single time. Every time. It's like my brain like short circuits. And it's like,
So then how about when you think to yourself, that sounds wrong, why don't you go, so it's right?
Because I'm like, wait, didn't I think that last time? Because I'm like, just make that rule. Like, if it sounds wrong in your head, then it's right in real life. You know what I mean? Like, I've tried that. It doesn't work. I don't know why it doesn't work, but I've tried that. I'm like, okay, just do the opposite of what you would usually do.
You know how Celeste wants to get those left and right tattoos on her wrists?
Yeah.
We should get chicken parmesan on yours.
That's so rude.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
I think I'm going to start being stupid with left and right. Because when I scan on the screen, it's switched. So left is on this side and right's on this side. So they'll say, look on the left side, and I'll look at the left side of the body, and then I look. So like my brain's already being retrained
so the left side of
to like
the
left
left
and
side
right.
of the image is determined by the orientation of the person.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Kind
of, I guess.
So I might have to join the left and right club with Celeste and tattoos. We'll get matching ones.
That's so funny. You know what? You got one or what for your birthday?
For my birthday, yeah.
You got one, and I was literally about to be like, "Fucking why? They just got you one?" Because I know you didn't buy it for yourself. Like, but I forgot your birthday's next week.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I feel the love.
Yeah, you're gonna compete with me and Celeste on the fitness thing.
No.
We send each other messages every day.
Speaking about fitness.
Hold on. While we were still on left and right, I have another story. Okay. Freaking Josh has told me, he's asked me before, he's like, "Yo, when you tighten stuff, like how do you remember which way is the right way?" And I was like, "Well, righty tighty, lefty loosey."
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Come on.
And he was like, "But that shit don't make sense to me, bro." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Cuz look," he's like, if this is the bolt, right? And then you have the wrench that sticks out from it, right? And the wrench goes around. He's like, if the wrench is over here on the right and I grab it with my right hand, righty tighty, right, that makes sense to me to go to the right. And he's like, and then left, it makes sense to use your left. And I was like,
it's the way it's
that
turning.
makes sense, but like, and I was like, no, but I was like, I get what you're saying, but no.
But no.
I was like, no, right. And I was like, righty-tighty doesn't refer to which hand you're using. It refers to the way the bolt is spinning, the direction the bolt is spinning. And he's like, okay, but still. And I was like, he's like, so you have to start from the top. And I was like, yeah, because from the top, it goes to the right and then around. And he's like, but if you start from the bottom, it goes to the left. And I was like, yeah, Josh, it does. But don't start from the bottom. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, well, you could just think of it as like clockwise and counterclockwise. And here's the thing. We've had this conversation again since then, since the original. But the way I remember is I was like, you could just think of it as clockwise and counterclockwise. And he was like, yeah, I don't know those two. Right? And then I said it recently when we were doing the oil change. He's like, I know the difference between clockwise and counterclockwise. And I was like,
are you sure?
You should just remember it that way then. Like,
it'd just be easier.
That would work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh.
Another quick righty-tighty story.
Oh, another one?
No, that was saying that was it. That was the story.
Oh. So, talking about going to the gym, which isn't what you said, but we're going to say that's what you said. I started gymming recently. Right?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. And the first day... Tell them what?
Sofia wants to be a muscle mommy.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like all the dudes on TikTok that are already thirsting over you, they're gonna be like, hell yeah! Like,
I disagree. You know what I mean? Like, I feel
you
like
don't think so?
No, I feel like because I feel like I have a very soft body, and I think that's what
we
they
don't
like
have to talk about
it.
this. Never mind. I don't even like this anymore.
Anyways, muscle mommy. What's it called? Oh, started going to the gym, right? Recently. And I went with my sister.
Yeah. You have a sister?
Yeah. Anyways.
Cool, that's cool.
No, for real. Like, literally, anytime we would post, like, on TikTok and mention, like, our sister, they're like, there's another one of you guys? But anyways, besides the point. I went to the gym with Celeste, right? And I left, and I was dying. We did legs first, right? And I was dying. And I told myself, I was like, I'm going to do legs, because I don't want to do arms, because she asked me legs or arms, because, and I chose legs because when I'm scanning, like, I didn't want my arms to get tired. But I walk a lot on, like, my day-to-day at the hospital, and I'm pushing the machine to, like, room to room. And so I was like,
rookie mistake.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered either way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would have been hurting either way. But anyways, I chose legs.
Nah, but having your legs sore is so much worse. You can't walk. It's hard to sit down. It's worse getting up.
Yeah. I don't know. I chose my legs. And so on lunch at the department I was on that day, because I went to work the next day, right? And where I eat lunch is like in the courtyard, but I'm in the basement. So I have to go up and then go to the courtyard. And usually, because like it's two ends of the hospital, courtyards in the middle, right? I'm on this side, the elevators are on this side, right?
Yeah.
So usually I walk to the middle, and then there's a staircase right there, and I go up, and then I go up, and then the courtyard's right there.
Yeah.
But I was really sore, and I was like, fuck. But I only have 30 minutes for lunch. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't want to waste time, because sometimes the elevators will take forever, especially if there's like a lot of people using them. And I was like, fuck it. Like, I'll just go up the stairs. It's fine. And I go up the stairs, and I'm like, ow, 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 right? It hurts. Right? But it's fine. I eat, my little alarm goes off, and it's like, hey, start heading back.
Back to work.
And I didn't take into account that I would have to go down
the stairs.
I kid you not. I was walking down the stairs and I was like death gripping the rails and I thought I was gonna fall so many times. I was literally like holding it on and like going one at a time. I wanted to sit down on the stairs and do that thing where you just like stretch your legs and then you like bump yourself like a stupid little kid who doesn't know how to walk.
Toddler scooch it like
yes. When I tell you I was so close to doing that, like I was that close. I didn't. I'm just glad no one walked in though, because I looked so stupid. Because it wasn't just one of my. I had both of my hands because I was really scared I was gonna fall. Like I honestly thought I was gonna fall. Like I'm very proud that I didn't fall. But yeah, it was scary.
New experiences,
right? Yeah. So I did that, and then, hey, I have a question. By the way, actually, I have a question. This reminded me. We went again this past Friday, right? Except the first time when we went, there wasn't any of like like the bars that are on the machines, and then you just like, and then. You don't have to pick it up because it's like in the machine. You just unhook it and then like hook it back on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The first time, all of those were taken. So we just went to like a bench that they had, and then we got just the dumbbells, right? Yeah. And so this time I was focusing more on form. You know what's hard? What's it called? The one where you have to keep a flat back and then you just like hinge at the hips.
Well, it depends. Where's the weight?
It's for your leg.
Is it on your back or is it you're holding it? Are you holding the weights in your hands?
You're holding it, and your arms
are just. You have the bar on your back.
Listen. You're holding it, and your arms are just down, and then you go down, and then you go up, and you go down, and you go up.
Those are Romanian deadlifts.
Deadlifts, yeah. I was focusing more on form this time around because, like, I don't want to fuck myself up, right? So I had less weight, but then because the second time we went to the machine that had the bar. So you could like do it like here or like that, right? And so the first one we did was like this. Is your neck supposed to hurt? Like I have a bruise. Like I can touch it and I have a bruise on the back of my neck. And I was like, did I do this wrong? Like, is this normal? Like, I don't know if you can see it, but I can feel it. Like, do I have a bruise? Like right here. Is where it hurts.
Is your neck supposed to hurt?
It hurts.
You probably had it wrong a little bit.
So it's not supposed to hurt.
It's not necessarily a comfortable thing. And when you first start, it's probably pretty common for it to hurt a bit, but the weight isn't supposed to sit right on the. Hold on, let me not fuck this up. I touched the mic, so I fucked that up probably. The weight isn't supposed to sit right on your actual neck spine. It's supposed to sit more on your shoulders off to the sides. So it depends on like on how you angle your shoulders with your head and where you kind of place it. So like, because there's like low bar and high bar squatting. Mm-hmm. So you can place it at different places on your back. And so like low bar, where you have it like way down your back, it's more so resting on the backs of your shoulders way the fuck out here. And you're like super forward with it, and it's like way back there. High bar is a little more up. It's more resting on like on your traps and on your neck, but it's still not. The weight is not supposed to be. The main pressure is not supposed to be right on your spine. So it's likely that you were doing it wrong, which is understandable because we can't feel it for you and because you're new.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like even if we tell you do it like this, do it like that, it should feel like this. There's going to be a certain amount of disconnect between your understanding.
It's because I wasn't as sore the second time around, and it's because like me and Celeste went in and we're like, let's focus more on form this time around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was less weight, so I could make sure I was doing it like fucking right. So I'm not sore, but my neck hurts. But like it doesn't hurt like my neck sore. It just hurts like there's a bruise there.
But if you have the weight on your neck. And you're doing the like hinge at the hips ones?
No.
Or like
we were just doing squats with the bar like that. And then we did the deadlifts with like the thing down.
And then okay.
Yeah.
So squats, yeah, no. I was gonna say because the ones you can hinge at the hips, right, with the bar on the back of your neck, and those are called good mornings. But those are typically done with much lighter weight. Like if you do the hinge at the hip, holding the weight in your hands, you're doing way more weight than if you have it on your neck. Because also like it's a bit of a different form, and it like because the weight is on top, it kind of has a bit different angle to it, so you'll feel it more in like your upper back and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just affects it slightly, right? So I thought you were doing the hinge at the hip with the bar from the Smith machine, and I was like, yeah, that shit. It's really easy for it to get too high up on your neck and to fall forward when you're bending down.
No.
So, anyways,
point
is your neck supposed to hurt? That shit was so funny.
I wasn't sure. Trying to think. No, I think that's all my gym stories so far. Just that.
We'll tell them about the machine. So
the one I hate.
The
machine.
Our sister has a massage gun. One of the athlete recovery ones, right?
That's one of the other words that I fucked up. That I messed up. I said the machine gun instead of the massage gun. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
No. Our sister has a massage gun, right? And so I was telling her like I was so sore, and she was like, "Girl, I got you. I'm gonna go this Saturday or this Sunday, and I'm gonna take my massage gun, and then we can massage it out, right?" And so we go, or she gets here, and she has it, and she's like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "Great," and I grab it, and then I press the thing, and it does it like that, because it's like punching into you basically, and then I put it on my leg, like I barely put it on there, and I'm like, nope. Because that hurt so much. I was like, nope. and I was like, Oscar, you do it. And I handed it to Oscar because he had came into town. I was like, immediately no. And I handed it to Oscar because I could not. It hurt so bad. And right here, Oscar's going to insert the clip.
Tell them what's happening. I'm sore. Sofia did legs for the first time like 3 days ago, and she's sore. So we got this little massage gun, and we're just doing that to her. And she's fucking crying. Oh yeah.
And then we'll have Celeste send the one she has too, because Oscar started recording because I started crying.
Because she gave me the gun. And I started massaging her, and I was barely like
you
pressing onto her leg, like
my leg. It hurt so bad. It hurts so bad. And then I started crying. Funny. And then Oscar started recording, and he posted on Instagram about me like crying. And then Celeste was also recording. You recording?
Yeah.
But she got the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, it was rough. It was
really funny.
It was
rough. Great.
You'll see. It'll be right here.
Come on. You're so mean. Sophia, tell them what's happening. I'm sore. So last week we talked about me and food, right? And restaurants and sharing and this and that. Tell me if this is annoying.
Probably.
Tell me if this is annoying. I honestly think this is the least annoying way you could handle this situation, right? Perkins and his girlfriend, because his girlfriend came into town. She already left, but she was here.
Okay.
They were going to go get something to eat, right? So they leave, but they just like walk out and they didn't say nothing. And then like when they were closing the door, I was like, "Bye, Perkins, I'll miss you," right? And Josh and Mari were there. And then they leave, and then Perkins calls me within like a minute or two, and he's like, "Yo, we're gonna go get Smash Burger. You want something?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "I will just let me know, and we'll get it, right? And whatever." And then I fucking kept forgetting to send it to him because they kept talking to me about me being Sokka and shit, right? And so then I was like, I texted him, and he's like, "Yo, what do you want? I'm gonna order." And then I was like, he called me, and then he's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Oh no, I told him, let me get this shit." Whatever. Then it was like, "Oh, Smash Burger's closed. We got to go somewhere else. What do you think?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, you guys are going, bro. Like, it's the date, like, right?" And he's like, "Well, just tell me what you want." And I was like, "Well, look, wherever you go, whatever you get for yourself,
I'll get something there.
Get me that shit too.
Oh, okay.
Right? And he was like, bro, that's like the most fat ass answer you could possibly give.
Honestly?
And I was like,
a little bit.
I mean, I guess, but like, I could have ordered like 3 of these and like fucking dessert and this and that and whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it could get worse. Like,
it's because it's the idea of like literally, I'll eat anything. You know, I think that's where it's like.
Here's the thing. Maybe that is a bit gluttonous, right? But my point was, is that an annoying stance to have? Because here's the thing. It's not the first time I've done that, and actually, sometimes I forget that I like doing that, but I actually like doing that. Like if someone's gonna go get something somewhere, and they're offering to get me some too, I think the easiest thing is, hey, whatever you get 2 of them. That's it. I don't have any fucking requirements of get me this and get it with this on the side and switch out this for that and get me this drink and give me one of these fucking desserts and then, oh, okay, wait, you said what drink? Or you want to switch what with what? Oh, they don't have that shit. Do you want this? What? Fuck all of that. Whatever you get me that shit too. Mm-hmm. I'm sure I'll like it.
Was it good?
Because the reality is I probably will. Nah, here's the thing. I had told him that shit, and then he was like, he texted me later, he's like, yo, we're gonna get Chiba Hut. And then I was like, oh shit, let me get a White Widow. And he was like, that's what I'm getting too. And I wanted to be like, see, you fucking bitch. Like, I knew whatever you got, I was gonna like. But whatever. He asked me like what size and what type of bread and whatever. But generally speaking, what do you think? Is that an annoying, what is it? Not method, but like rule of thumb for me? You know what I mean?
It's not annoying, but I would prefer if you said, get me whatever you want to get me.
No, that's worse. That's so much worse.
No.
Because then you have to think.
For me personally, because I would get you random shit. Like, I would just be like...
Yeah, see, that was the thing I was going to say. If I say that to people, then I'm putting it on them to like, okay, well, this is where we are, and this is what they have, and this is what I know Oscar likes, but I don't know if he'll like this, but I think maybe he'll like that.
No, yeah.
So, I don't know, should I get this? And then there's all of that.
I get that. That's why I said, for me personally.
For you personally, or for you as my sister?
For you as my sister. I mean, for me as your sister.
As your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know me, so like you'll know, like.
Also, I just know, like, I feel like I have a pretty good idea on that. So I don't think it's annoying.
Yeah.
That story is funny though. That's the most fat ass. I don't know. Just, you're literally willing to eat anything.
He said it like he was disappointed.
He was like, you were doing
bro,
so
I think
well,
that's the most fat ass answer you could have given. Like.
Okay. Oh.
I was like.
One more story. One last story, because we're already like at 50 minutes. One last story. So on Friday, right? Went to work, got out at 5. Then I went to Celeste's house, and then we stretched, went to the gym, came back. We stretched, we went to the gym, and then we came back, and then we decided that we were gonna eat. So then we got food, and then we stretched a little bit again, and then we ate the food, right?
Can I interject a little bit? I was about to be like, you fucking weirdo freaks stretched at home before going to the gym. And then I was like, they're stretching. Never mind. Like,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, and then we got home, right? And I ended up not getting home until like, I want to say 10 p.m., right? Like, it just, everything took a while. Because that's also when she gave me the Apple Watch. And so we were like having to set it up. It took a while. And I was just hanging out with Celeste. It was a great time, right?
Yeah.
So I was literally gone all day. I get home. And keep in mind, I told Mom and Big Oscar already. I was like, hey, I'm not going to be there because I'm with Celeste right now, right? So they knew I wasn't there. I didn't get, like, they were just like, cool, whatever. Didn't get any text after that, right? I get home. And then I go upstairs to tell Mom that I'm home. Because you know how she'll, like, freak out if, like, I'm not there. So I'm like, hey, didn't die. We're all good. And she started telling me about how apparently Cyrus ran out. Like, he escaped.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't going to mention that.
No, Bruh. Cyrus ran out. She was telling me how she was doing like the little Easter eggs thing, and she was packing them in the car so she could give them to her clients, like, because it's Easter. Praise Jesus or whatever. And like she left the door open, and Cyrus got out because he likes to explore whenever the door's open, but I guess she closed the door and he wasn't there. And then she left, she did her thing, she came back home, right? And she got home and she saw the feeder and saw that the feeder still had his food. And this is how you know what a true fat ass is. She saw there was still food in his bowl, and she was like, Cyrus isn't home. And so she tells Big Oscar, and she's like, hey, you need to look for Cyrus before Sofia gets home, because he's not here. And he was like, I just saw him earlier. And she's like, no, his food is still there. He didn't eat his 12 o'clock little snacky snack. He's not home. And he was like, you're crazy. A little longer goes by, he's still not there. And then Big Oscar's like, oh shit, Cyrus isn't here. And so he's like, and so they started looking for Cyrus, and Mom's freaking out because our first cat, he like liked going out and exploring, and eventually he never came back, right? And like I was really sad about it. And then there was another cat that they think was Cyrus, or they think was our old cat, that got ran over, and it was traumatizing. And so
what? Oh,
Norman, yeah.
You guys had ran over Norman?
No. Mom saw a cat that was ran over that looked like Norman. She didn't go, or maybe she didn't. She didn't tell us.
She didn't go inspect and shit?
Oh, yeah. But she was like, that looks like Norman, while like driving by. And so Mom was freaking out because she's like, Sofia's gonna find out. Like, Sofia's gonna get home. Like, and I'm just there at the gym, like, my legs hurt. Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, Cyrus. And so Mom goes to the Family Dollar to buy cat treats, like, because we live real close to the Family Dollar, to buy cat treats. And she's like shaking it because our cat, like we said, our cat's kind of a little bit of a fat ass. Love him.
Well, I think all cats are like that. They all act true. Like they're starving all the time. Like,
he's so ridiculous. So
anyway, he knows the sound of the treats. So if we shake the treats, he'll like run at us real quick.
And before people are saying like, my cat doesn't act like I'm starving, no, we'll literally feed him. Like, there'll literally still be food in his bowl, and if he sees me walk around, he'll start meowing at me to feed him more when there's literally food there. So don't even start with me. But anyways, and so Mom gets that, and Big Oscar's like, oh, like, I can't find the original treats. So he gets a freaking macaroni mac and cheese little cup and starts shaking that, walking around looking for Cyrus.
That's so funny.
And he just left the back door open, because usually whenever our cat gets out through the front door, he'll like run around to the back door, and he's like starts like meowing and like
he'll
pawing.
Wind up at the back door, like at the glass, just looking at us like,
yeah. And so he just left it open, so if he gets here, he could just come back inside, right? And eventually that happens. Neither of them found him. He was just there, right? Yeah. And he was all dirty, like his fur, because he's a tuxedo cat, like the front all fucking brown, like it wasn't even white anymore, all dirty, all scrubbed. And Mom was furious. She was furious. Like, she started chasing him around the house, and he was running away. And so Mom was so upset. Like, she was like, this cat, like, who does he think he is? Like, and then I get home, like, didn't know any of this happened. And Big Oscar was like, don't tell Sofia. Like, Sofia doesn't need to know. Like, don't tell her. Like, she'll be traumatized. She'll be like, oh my God, the same thing's happening again. Like, don't tell her. And Mom was like, this fucking cat, this is what he did today. And it was just like, oh my God.
I was wondering if she told you, because she told me
yeah.
all of that. Here's the thing. All of that shit happened like before you were even out of work. Yeah. Because she didn't tell me that you didn't get home until 10 that night.
Oh, okay.
So I had called her, because me and Mom call like every day, right?
Because they're best of friends.
I had called her, and we were talking about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was kind of bullshitting about like whatever topic. And then she was like, freaking Cyrus got out. And I was like, oh, that's why you sound mad. And then she told me the whole story, and that initially she was like pointing the finger at Big O, like, what the hell, you weren't paying attention, whatever. And then she was like, well, maybe it was when I was doing this. And the Big O was like, whatever. He's like, he's not gone. He's fine. And she's like, no, there's no way he would be in this house and there would be food in that fucking bowl.
Literally.
He's like, no way in hell. And like, let me tell you, she looked.
So, real quick, further, like, no way in hell that would be the case. The treats that mom bought, she put them on the counter. This guy smacked them because it wasn't like the twist on treats. It was like the one that just like had a lid. He smacked it off the counter, and it like opened, and like half of it like flew, like was just like everywhere, like treats everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Because I think she didn't close it properly when she was shaking it, so like it was just like there, and so I I like swept it up through the ones that fell on the floor like away, right? And then I closed it properly, put it back on the counter. This morning, the treats are on the fucking floor again. Cause he was trying to do the same thing. Cause he like was, you know what I mean? But it was closed properly, so it didn't work. Point is, that's how much of a fat ass my cat is.
Well, she had told me all of that, right? About he's gone and this, and we're gonna go look for him and blah blah. And she was all pissed at Big O, and he was kind of like blowing it off, like, fuck that cat. And then she was like, Sofia's gonna be so mad, she's gonna be devastated. And I was like, I think she'll mostly. I didn't say it because she was kind of already stressing out about it. Like, I think she was stressing out a little too much too. But I was like, no, I don't think she. I think she thought that you would blame Big O. No, and I was like,
I wouldn't blame anyone.
I was like, she would blame Cyrus. Immediately she would be like, you fucking idiot, why do you want to leave me, like? And then I was like, I don't think she would blame any of you. I think she would blame him, and I think she would mostly just be sad. I don't think she would be like angry or this or that.
I wouldn't be angry. I would joke around being like, it's your fault, Big Oscar, because you know how you would open the door
it would be a running thing where it's like, Big O banished Cyrus,
but I wouldn't be like actually upset at either of them. I would just be like, I'd just be upset, like sad.
When we first started this episode, and we're on FaceTime, and I saw Cyrus on the bed, I wanted to be like, what up, Cyrus? You made it back, homie? Like,
where is Cyrus?
Look, get him. I was gonna say
he was there. I might have kicked him out. Did I, Cyrus? Yeah. He was outside because he's in the office. But let me go grab him real quick. This is my handsome little boy, Cyrus. He's all smelling.
Just like, I don't know if he's covering your mic, like holding him like that, just so you know.
Cyrus is perfect. He would never do anything bad. I wish.
You guys want to see a video of me aggressively petting Cyrus? I'll put it right here. All right, Sophia, do the outro.
Bye.
Do it. I already taught you last week, asshole.
I don't remember what you said.
Dude, it's so straightforward and simple.
We'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and comment. Subscribe. Yeah.